Right, so we're going to be putting these values into ascending order, which means we're going to be going from smallest to biggest. And we want to be showing our steps in the conversion of each of them. Now I would choose either fractions, decimals or percentages to put these values into. Quite a lot of people would prefer to order percentages because you don't have to deal with the decimals potentially. So we'll do that. So we're going to convert to a value. So I'm going to go for percentages. Like I said, if you prefer to put them into decimals, fractions, you'll end up with lots of different denominators which are harder to compare. So I'm going to leave the first one for a minute. I'm going to keep that the same, 24%. Now 2/3, we should all know that that is 66 2/3 of a percent. And then I've got 40%, a quarter, we should know is 25%. 15 is obviously going to stay the same. And then we're going to times by 100 here to get 12.5% for the last one. Now if we just go back to the first one, we are going to work this out without a calculator. So the question is, what is 3 divided by 8? Now in theory you should know what 1/8 is, which is the 0.125, but otherwise we're going to use a bus stop. Now we don't have to do lots and lots of numbers, we just need to make sure that we can understand it and compare it to the others. So we can see that 8 does not go into 3, so I'm going to put a 0 there and carry on that 3. 8 into 30 is going to go 3 times, which would give me 24, and that's going to give me 6 left over. And then 8 into 6 will go 7 times, and that's going to give me 4 left over. And 8 into 40 is going to be 5. So that is as 37.5%. Now once I've got everything in the same percentage or decimal, whatever you're working with, we're then going to put them in ascending order. So we're going to start with the smallest. Now we have to put them in the original format. So the smallest one is the 12.5%. Now that is 0.125. So we're going to tick that off to say we've done that first. Then it's going to be the 15%, which is 15% in the question. Then we've got the 24%, also 24% in the question. Then we've got 25%, which is a quarter, so I need to put the quarter in. Take that one off. Then we've got the 37.5%, which is the 3 over 8. Take that one off. Then that's going to give us 0.4 to finish with the 2/3. So that's my answer. And you can see I've had to do quite a bit of working out as we go through. So we want you to have a go at the next one on your sheet to start with, and then you can check through the working out as we go through. You will need to do your bus stop with the 4 over 7, just so you can get that decimal, so you can follow that side through on the pink, and then try and put them again in ascending order. So pause the video and have a go. So if we're putting everything into a percentage again, so we'll leave the first one for a second. So I've got the 63%, that's all fine. And then we've got 60% and 54.5%. last one is the same as 8 over 10, which is 80%. Now let's go back to the division and move over a little bit so I've got a bit more space. So the question is 4 divided by 7, so that's going to be on the bus stop. Now again, we don't need to do that many values. We just need enough to compare to the other values we have. So 7 does not go into 4, but the 4 carries over. Don't forget your decimal. 7 into 40 is going to go 5 times with 35. So that's going to give me 5 left over. 7 into 50 will go 7 times to give me 49. 1 left over. And then 7 into 10 will go 1 with 3 left over. Now I can carry on. I don't need to carry on because then I can then put that into my percentage just to be able to compare. So once I've got all that sorted, I can put the answer into my right order. So the smallest one is the decimal there, so 0.545. Take that one off. Then I've got the other 50, so that's going to be the 4 over 7. Then we've got the 60% and 63%, and then finally the fraction. Okay, so you can tick off as you go through, and then that's your answer. So mark what you've done, please, and ask if you're not sure. So on your action sheet, you're going to copy out the questions and convert them into either percentages or decimals and put them into ascending order as we've done before. So pause the video and have a good go, please. So they are the answers, so you can check and then give yourself a score out of 4, including the practice question that you did together, and hopefully that's your action done. Well done.